I decided to end things after my wife disregarded me and threw away my collections without telling me. My wife and I have been married for about 3 years. In all of our lives as a couple, we barely had fights or quarrels and other things like that. My wife was one of the sweetest people I had ever come across. She was perfect for me and I was for her. She understood just when to give me some space and when I felt lonely. On the other hand, I also tried my best to be a good husband to her. I made sure that I was sensitive to her feelings and desires. If there was something I hated the most, it would be when people were insensitive in very important times. It was on this same issue of insensitivity that my marriage, which I had never thought would have come to an end, did end. Well, it is a pretty long story, but I will try my best to trace the origin of the problem that we began experiencing in our marriage. My grandfather was an avid collector of various artistic objects and portrayals. He spent years amassing these pieces, convinced of their value and authenticity. I didn't get to meet my grandfather, but my dad did tell me a lot of things about him. My grandfather was so concerned about preserving the true value of art that he would often spend most of his free time getting these things from store owners who didn't understand their values. My dad told me that he did spend a lot of money acquiring them, especially as he was always assured that they were the original pieces. He wouldn't mind how much it cost, even if it meant him not eating properly for the next couple of months. When he died, my dad, being the only child, happily took over from his father. Everything seemed to be happening well. My dad used to follow my grandfather on some of his trips and he already knew how it worked, so it wasn't so tough for him to catch up.